I'll answer about answer for question of Rahul friend. If you are designing long transmission line with more area, automatically resistance less. Whenever automatically resistance less, definitely efficiency increases. We can transmit bulk amount of power by using short transmission line also. According to you, definitely is correct answer. But coming to practical situation, power plant is constructed in very far away towards to the load center. How power is transmitted definitely from power plant to the load is by long transmission line only. Therefore, practically there is no application of short transmission line. Hence, this analysis also not be there in practical, but we can do like this also. It is possible, right? Okay, we'll proceed to long transmission line right now. See, I told long transmission line is a mathematical model because it is a distributed elements. Reference end is receiving end. From receiving end to sending end, the length of the line is L kilometers. L kilometer derivation not possible. Therefore, I am assuming one point K which is of x kilometers from the receiving end. X kilometer derivation also not possible. Therefore, choose very small distance or select very small distance which is delta x in the line. Let us select very small distance which is delta x in the line. Assumption for the small distance voltage at the point is delta V. For delta x, first we are calculating derivation for delta x, then applicable for x kilometers, then we will applicable for L kilometers. For small distance delta x, voltage will be delta V. What is voltage is Z into I. Assumption impedance per kilometer is small z. What is small z? Impedance per kilometer. Small y is admittance per kilometer. Total how many kilometers are there? L kilometers. I am writing here for 1 kilometer small z impedance, for 1 kilometer small y admittance. For L kilometer total impedance Z is equal to small z into L because total impedance is Z into total L kilometer. Per kilometer is small z, for L kilometers multiplied by Z. Very simple logic. Total admittance capital Y is equal to small y into L. For 1 kilometer is small y, for L kilometer is y into L, which is total admittance is capital Y. Now, for small distance delta x, voltage I am assuming delta V. Voltage V is equal to, what is the formula? I into Z, where Z is Z into delta x. Reason, for 1 kilometer impedance is small z, for delta x kilometers impedance is Z into delta x. Next, in the small distance current is del I. What is current formula? V is equal to Iz, I is equal to V by Z. What is V by Z? 1 by Z is Y. Therefore, I is V into Y. V into Y into delta x. Reason, for delta x, admittance is Y into del x. I is equal to Vy. These formulas you know already, right? From this, delta V by delta x equal to Z into I. Delta V by delta x is Z into I. Next, delta I by delta x is equal to Y into V. Delta I by delta x is equal to Y into V. It can be written as dV by dx is equal to Zi. Di by dx is equal to Yv. Di by dx is equal to Yv. Differentiate this one more time. That first equation, d square V by dx square equal to Z into di by dx. Delta V by delta x can be written as dV by dx. I am differentiating one more time. Therefore, Z into di by dx. Di by dx is equal to Yv. Of substitute in this equation. D square V by dx square is equal to Z into Y into V. Di by dx place I written Y into V. Bring the term equation this side. D square V by dx square minus Z into Y into V equal to 0. It is known as second order differential equation with a function of voltage. As order is 2, two unknowns will come. The voltage solution of this differential equation is already know mathematics. A e power minus square root of yz into x plus b into e power square root of yz into x. A e power minus square root of yz into x plus b e power square root of yz into x. This is the solution of this differential equation, where square root of y into z. Y is mos. Mos means inverse of ohms. What is z? Ohms. It is inverse of ohms. It is ohms. Both are cancelled out. It become constant. The name of the constant is gamma. What that name I given is propagation constant. What is the name I am giving? Propagation constant. Therefore, in place of gamma, square root of yz, write a gamma. A e power minus gamma x plus b e power gamma x plus e power b e power gamma x. Sorry, this is a square root of yz gamma x plus b e power minus square root of yz. Already you know this type of solutions are there in mathematics differential equation. This is the solution. It becoming a e power gamma x minus b e power minus gamma x. It is a voltage equation for x kilometers. Similarly, we required current equation. What is the current equation? There we have di by dx is equal to y into v. Now, in order to get current, we have to integrate. Then only it is possible solution. Differentiation, integration constant, cancel out. It becoming I. Y is constant. Integration of v with respect to dx. Integration of v. A e power gamma x upon gamma. B e power minus gamma x. What is the integration of e power minus gamma x? Minus e power gamma x by gamma. Therefore, I becomes y upon gamma a e power gamma x minus b e power minus gamma x. These are the voltage and current equations. I hope I have written all these things. Right now I will erase these things. Let's see current equation. I equal to y by gamma. What is gamma? Square root of yz. Already written. Gamma is propagation constant, which is square root of yz. A e power gamma x minus b e power minus gamma x. I becomes y by square root of y. It becomes y by square root of y is root y by z. A e power gamma x minus b e power minus gamma x. We know that zc is equal to square root of z by y, as y by z means 1 by zc. I is equal to 1 by zc. A e power gamma x minus b e power minus gamma x. Minus b e power minus gamma x. Right? I can erase these things. Now, we got voltage equation as well as current equation. From these two equations, two unknowns are there. From these two equations, two unknowns are there. We have to calculate these equations. One is current equation, other is voltage equation. I can write voltage equation here. V is equal to A e power gamma x plus B e power minus gamma x. This is the voltage equation, this is the current equation. Now I have to, the unknown terms are A and B. In order to calculate A and B, I am using initial conditions. What is initial conditions? Replace x becomes 0. When x becomes 0, entire this one becomes not present. When x becomes 0, all these things not present. At this point, it is becoming receiving end. V becomes VR. It becoming current. I becomes IR. When x becomes 0, this distance is becoming 0. When distance becomes 0, this point becoming receiving end. This point becoming receiving end current and receiving end voltage. Therefore, replace x is equal to 0. By replacing x is equal to 0, V becomes VR A e power gamma into 0, 0 plus B e power minus gamma into 0, 0. Which becomes VR is equal to A e power 0 is 1, B e power minus 0 is 1, A plus B. VR is equal to A plus B. From this, I becomes IR 1 by ZC, A e power 0 minus B e power minus 0. Therefore, IR equal to 1 by ZC into A minus B. A minus B. From this, VR equal to A plus B. IR into ZC is equal to A minus B. IR into ZC. Cross multiplication. IR ZC is equal to A minus B. Add these two. By adding these two, it becomes A plus A to A. BV cancel out. Is becoming VR plus IRZC. From this, A equal to VR plus IRZC by 2. Subtract those two equations. By subtracting this, A minus A cancel out. B minus of minus plus 2B equal to VR minus IRZC by 2. Sorry, IRZC. From this, B equal to VR minus IRZC by 2. Substitute this A and B for equation A and B in voltage and current equations, right? Why I am doing this entire derivation means last time gate level 2 marks are came from these formulas A and B. If I am writing directly, you can't understand. That's why we are deriving each and everything. Let us write in the voltage equation A value. What is A value? VR plus IRZC by 2 e power gamma x plus B value is, what is B value? VR minus IRZC by 2 e power minus gamma x. From this, V equal to, take VR common. If I take VR common, what is the multiplication term? E power gamma x by 2 here plus e power minus gamma x by 2. Can I write directly e power gamma x plus e power minus gamma x by 2 plus IRZC common, e power gamma x by 2 minus e power gamma x minus e power minus gamma x by 2. From this, V becomes VR cos h gamma x. This formula is cos h gamma x plus IRZC sin h gamma x. IRZC sin h gamma x. This is the voltage equation for x kilometers. Next, current equation. Current I equal to, what is the formula? 1 by ZC A e power gamma x minus B e power minus gamma x. I is equal to 1 by ZC. A is VR plus IRZC by 2 e power gamma x minus VR minus IRZC by 2 e power minus gamma x. I can erase all these things. From this, I equal to 1 by ZC, take VR common, e power gamma x by 2, here VR is minus e power minus gamma x by 2, plus IRZC common, e power gamma x by 2 minus into minus plus, e power gamma x plus e power minus gamma x by 2. Now from this, I equal to 1 by ZC, VR, this is sin h gamma x plus IRZC, e power gamma x plus e power minus gamma x by 2 is cos h gamma x. Cos h gamma x, right? Now, these are the voltage and current equations, but we have to know, we have to derive for x is equal to L kilometers. When x becomes L kilometers, entire this derivation is not present. X becomes L means it is goes to sending end. At sending end, V becomes what? Vs. I becomes what? Is. When x is equal to L, V becomes Vs, I become Is. Replace V as Vs is equal to that equation. VR cos h gamma L plus IRZC sin h gamma L. IRZC sin h gamma L. In this equation, I becomes Is 1 by ZC VR sin h gamma L plus IRZC cos h gamma L. In place of x, written L, I becomes Is. When x becomes L, the entire voltage becoming sending end. V becomes what? Vs. And I becomes Is. From this, multiply this Is with ZC internally. VR sin h gamma L divided by ZC plus ZC cancel out. It is IR cos h gamma L. IR cos h gamma L. Therefore, these are the voltage and current equations for long transmission line. These are the voltage and current equations for long transmission line. Now compare with standard form. Vs is equal to AVR plus BIR, IS is equal to DIR plus CVR plus DIR. Comparing with voltage and voltage equation, A becomes cos H gamma L, A becomes cos H gamma L, B becomes ZC sin H gamma L. Here BIR, B is nothing but ZC sin H gamma L. It is A, VR. What about C? Sin H gamma L by ZC. What about D? Cos H gamma L. Therefore, C becomes 1 by ZC sin H gamma L, D becomes cos H gamma L. D becomes cos H gamma L. Therefore, tell me, from long transmission line, A is equal to D. Symmetrical, unsymmetrical? Symmetrical. Next, AD minus BC we have to check. A is cos H gamma L. D also cos H gamma L. A into D, cos into cos, cos H square gamma L. B is ZC, C 1 by ZC. ZC cancel out. It is sin into sin, sin H square gamma L. What is cos H square X minus sin H square X is 1. Therefore, long transmission line model is symmetrical as well as reciprocal model. Long transmission line model is symmetrical as well as reciprocal model. Right? Now we have to write this A and B, C, D values in terms of ABCD parameters. That means in terms of Y and Z. Let me check right now. A equal to D, which is equal to cos H gamma L, is like a cos Hx expansion. What is cos Hx expansion? 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial plus minus and so on. Higher order terms are neglected. Only even terms. Only first two terms. 1 minus. What is x? In place of x, what is there? Gamma L. Gamma L whole square by 2 factorial means 2. 1 minus gamma square L square by 2 factorial is 2. Now, even powers 1 plus. It is 1 plus na, cos Hx is all are plus only, right? No sign changes. 1 plus gamma square L square by 2 factorial. 1 plus gamma square is already we know. What is gamma? Square root of Iz. Gamma is square root of Iz. What is gamma square? Y into Z into L square by 2. It can be written as 1 plus small y into L into small z into L by 2. It can be written as 1 plus small y into L is capital Y, small z into L is capital Z by 2. It is A value from long transmission line. Next is also same as D because A and D both are same. B is ZC sin H gamma L. What is sin Hx gamma expansion? X plus x means gamma L plus x cubed by 3 factorial. Only two terms are considered, remaining all are neglected for approximate solution. Gamma L whole cubed by 3 factorial. Therefore, what is ZC square root of Z by Y? Which is common? Gamma L is common. 1 plus gamma L whole square divided by 3 factorial is 6. 3 into 2 into 1, 6. Now square root of Z by Y. What is gamma? Square root of YZ into L. 1 plus gamma square means YZ. Gamma square is YZ into L square by 6. Small y cancel out. Square root of Z into Z, Z. Z into L, capital Z. 1 plus small y into L, small z into L divided by 6. Therefore, it can be written as Z into 1 plus capital Y Z by 6. This is based on this formula. 2 marks question came in GATE exam of 2015. Based on this formula, there is a question in 2 marks. Right? This is B. What is C? 1 by ZC sin H gamma L. 1 by ZC. ZC is square root of Z by Y. What about 1 by ZC? Square root of Y by Z. Sin H gamma L, what is the expansion? Same. Gamma L cube by 3 factorial. What is common? Square root of Y by Z. Common is gamma L. 1 plus gamma L square by 3 factorial is 6. C equal to square root of Y by Z. Gamma is square root of YZ into L. 1 plus gamma square means YZ. into L square by 6. Now z cancel out. C equal to square root of y into y. Small y into L is capital Y. 1 plus small y into L into z. See, T and pi methods both are symmetrical. These two only symmetrical and reciprocal methods. That's the reason why medium transmission line A value is 1 plus capital YZ by 2. Long transmission also symmetrical as well as reciprocal method. A is equal to 1 plus capital YZ by 2. YZ by 2. But we know that Z is equal to R plus JXL. Z is equal to R plus JXL. See, R is very less than JXL. In transmission line, resistance is negligible compared to inductive reactance. Y is equal to G plus JBC. G is negligible compared to JBC. Therefore, Z equal to JXL, Y equal to JBC. What the magnitude of this one is XL? What the angle of J? 90. What the magnitude of this one is BC? Angle is 90. In place of ZL, I am writing as Z at an angle 90. In place of BC, I am writing Y at an angle 90. Y means BC, Z means XL. It is the magnitude. Therefore, in medium lines and long lines, A value is 1 plus Y is what? Y at an angle 90. I written Y is BC at an angle 90. What is BC? Y at an angle 90. Z is can be written as XL at an angle 90, which can be written as Z at an angle 90 divided by 2. In polar form it is there, rectangular form is capital Y into Z is can be written as cos 90 plus 90 is 180. Therefore, cos 180 plus J sin 180 divided by 2. It is in rectangular form. Therefore, A equal to 1 plus capital Y into capital Z. What is cos 180? Minus 1. Sin 180 is 0 divided by 2. Therefore, the value of A is 1 minus capital Y into Z by 2. The magnitude of A is 1 minus Y into Z by 2. See, medium transmission line impedance, inductance. Impedance means inductance. Admittance means capacitance is less compared to long line. As these values are less, these values are Y into Z. 1 minus means less than 1. A becomes 0.9 for medium lines. A becomes 0.9 for medium lines. For long transmission lines, A becomes 0.85. Long transmission lines, A becomes 0.85. Reason, see, it is 1 minus. 1 minus means obviously less than 1. Something is subtracting from that becomes less than 1. Therefore, as this value is less than 1 for medium line, Y and Z is less compared to long line. Y and Z more for long lines. As Y and Z is more for long lines, 1 minus more value is very less value. Y and Z is less compared to long line in medium lines. Therefore, 1 minus less value is somewhat more value. That is 0.9 for medium line, 0.85 for long transmission line. These are the A values for medium line as well as long line and short line. I hope you understand this concept. Why I am explaining this concept is to discuss Ferrand effect. What is Ferrand effect? I will discuss right now. I hope all of you understand these things. So, I am erasing all these things. Now, short line, medium line, long line A values is known. As A values are known in all the lines, we have to discuss right now no load receiving end voltage. No load receiving end voltage formula is VR naught is equal to Vs by A. For short line, it is Vs by 1, which is equal to Vs. 220 kV assumption Vs I am assuming. Voltage at sending end is 220 kV. Assumption voltage at the receiving end also 220 kV. It is called as lossless line or ideal line. It is called as lossless line or ideal line. Ideally, I am taking sending end voltage 220 kV. Therefore, A value also 1. Vs by 1 is 220 by 1 is 220 kV. For short transmission line, VR0 is also same as Vs. Medium transmission line, VR0 is equal to Vs by A, which is 220 kV by A value is 0.9. Definitely, anything by less is more than 220 kV. More than 220 kV. For long transmission line, VR0 is equal to Vs by A, which is 220 kV by 0.85, which is also more than 220 kV. Now tell me, voltage at the receiving end under no load condition is more than sending end. What is the sending end voltage? 220 kV I given in the example. But under no load condition, VR0 is more than 220 because A value is less. Reason capacitance effect, right? As voltage, now tell me, voltage at the receiving end is more than sending end means it is called as Farad effect. Compared to this value still higher, reason denominator is less. Compared to this value, this value still higher, reason denominator is still reducing, this value still increases. Therefore, long transmission line voltage at the receiving end is more than sending end voltage under no load condition compared to any other line. Therefore, Farad effect is most severe in long line. Farad effect is normal value in long line. There is no Farad effect in short transmission line. I hope you are understanding. Why Farad effect is more in long transmission line is capacitance effect is more. Which effect is more? Capacitance effect. That is the reason why long transmission line performance we have to improve. Long transmission line. Just I taken these examples for reference. Generally, voltage at the receiving end is not equal to 220. It is ideal line. Practically, it is maybe less than 220 because of drop. Yes or no? That's the reason why. For ideally taken this as Vs is equal to 220, Vr is 220. But practically Vr in Vs both are not equal. Tell me, Farad effect most severe in long transmission line. Farad effect is most severe in long transmission line. We will see one gate problem in transmission. Question is, from workbook it is 7th question in transmission topic. Question is, for a 400 kilometer long transmission line, for a 400 kilometer long transmission line and 5 ohms per kilometer, and the shunt admittance is 0.0 plus J5 micro ohms per kilometer. The magnitude of the series impedance in ohms of the equivalent pi circuit of transmission line is. This is the question. See, is asking for a 400 kilometer, definitely it is long transmission line. Series impedance is given J.5 ohms per kilometer, and admittance also given J5 micro ohms per kilometer. Sorry, it is micromos. Admittance units is micro. Micro means 10 power minus 6 per kilometer. The magnitude of series impedance of the equivalent pi circuit is, see, don't confuse by this word. Reason, long transmission line, if you see the diagram, I have represented like this. It is a long transmission line. See, if you see this network, it is a T network. If you see this network, it is a T network. If you see this network, it is a pi network. It is combination of T and pi network. First of all, T network is already you understand, receiving end plus sending end. Pi network is sending end plus receiving end. Combination of T and pi network is long transmission line. Therefore, pi is also part of the long transmission line. Don't think that is given is pi model or long transmission. Question is long transmission line model. But in that equivalent pi is asking like a pi network. That means he is considering only these values. Right? We know that he is asking series impedance. What is series impedance? B equal to what is the formula? Z into 1 plus YZ by 6. Z into 1 plus YZ by 6. Z means total impedance. Y means total admittance. Per kilometer is J.5. For 400 kilometers, capital Z is 400 into J.5, which is J200 ohms. J200 ohms. Next, for 400 kilometers admittance is capital Y is equal to J5 into 10 power minus 6. Micro means 10 power minus 6 into 400 kilometers. Therefore, it is J into 2 10 power minus 3 mos. J into 2 10 power minus 3. Just check 400 kilometers. J2 in 10 power minus 3. Now all values are known. Substitute here. B equal to Z. J200 ohms. J200 ohms. 1 plus J200 into J2 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 6. By calculating this, you are getting J 186.66. What are the units of this one? Ohms. Because impedance. It is ohms, right? In this way, we have to solve. Very simple question is a gate 2 marks question, right? How it took place? Very simple question. So this is the transmission. It is the steady state performance of transmission lines, right? Right now, route is clear to start about power system stability. Can I start now discussion of power system stability? Yes. Now transmission basics are over. Right now I can start power system stability. Power system stability. Concentrate right now. Power system stability. See, single line diagram structure is generator is connected first to transformer. Generator is connected to transformer. Transformer is connected to transmission line. Then step down transformer. Then connected to load. Right? Assumption. First time I already explained. We are generating electrical power by synchronous generators or induction generators. Synchronous. But right now I am taking for better understanding as induction generator. Induction generator, stator speed, rotor speed both are unequal. Therefore, it is asynchronous generator or synchronous generator? Asynchronous generator. What generator it is? Asynchronous generator. Loads are always, we know that all loads are inductive loads or capacitive loads. Inductive loads. Inductive load means definitely another name is asynchronous. Inductive load is asynchronous load. Power is generated by asynchronous manner. Power driven by load also asynchronous manner. Definitely power transmission by transmission is also Asynchronous power transmission. Asynchronous power transmission. Power is generated by asynchronous generator is asynchronous manner. Power driven by load is asynchronous manner, asynchronous load. Power generation and driven by both are asynchronous manner. Definitely transmission of power also asynchronous power transmission. This system will not have any stability criteria. This system will not have any stability criteria because induction machine present in the system. See, when induction generator is present, the stator speed and rotor speed both are indifferent. This speed is different. Frequency is also different. Stator frequency is Fs. Rotor is S times of Fs. Already explained. In induction machine also you studied in machine class. Generator is satisfying demand of entire India. You know right now demand of power system in India 2,20,000 megawatts. Right now we are generating maximum power is 800 megawatts by alternator. How 2,20,000 megawatts is generated by one induction generator? Definitely we will put namaskar to that induction generator. If it is generating 2,20,000 megawatts, it become God. Indian number one God. But it is not so. It is ideal case. Practically bulk amount of power is generating by synchronous generators by operating in parallel series parallel. Therefore, induction generator concept is ideal case but not practical case. Induction generator case is ideal case but not practical case. Therefore, this system is not having any stability criteria because there is no synchronous machine is present. It is a concept of stability. One person is working alone, there is no stability. Multiple persons are working combinedly, frequency must match and all people has to maintain stability. Therefore, synchronous. Therefore, the system is not having any stability criteria. In order to get stability criteria, always we have to use in power plant as which generator? Synchronous generator, or also called as alternator. When power is generated by synchronous generator, definitely generation of power is synchronism or asynchronism? Synchronism. No doubt, load is always inductive load. Inductive load means asynchronous load or synchronous load? Asynchronous load. Coming to this one, generation of power is synchronous manner, power driven by load is asynchronous load, but even though it is asynchronous load, if the synchronous generator is maintaining synchronism with transmission lines, definitely maximum power reaches or minimum power reaches maximum power. Therefore, when synchronous generator is generating power, the generation of power is synchronism, definitely transmission of power also synchronous power transmission. Synchronous power transmission. Therefore, this system is having stability criteria. What it is having? Stability criteria. Listen. Generation of power is synchronism. Power driven by always inductive load. Reason, loads are inductive nature, naturally. That's why loads are inductive load, asynchronous load. Even though that is asynchronous, this synchronous generator is maintaining synchronism with what? Transmission lines. As this synchronous generator and transmission lines are operating both on synchronism, it is generating, it is transmitting, even though it is inductive load, maximum power is reaches to the load point. Therefore, system is stable, right? Control system stability is different, power system stability different. What is the discussion of power system stability right now is, it is the property of synchronous generator in order to deliver maximum real power or reactive power. Real power to the load point, we will discuss. What is the difference between real power and reactive power? In reactive power control concept, I will very clearly explain the definition. Don't worry. Up to that time, you can don't ask about reactive power and real power. Reason, in voltage control concept or reactive power control concept, what is reactive power and what is real power? Easily we will discuss. Right? At the topic, when the moment comes, at that time if you are discussing, that will be more worthful. Right now we are explaining something we are missing, we can't understand. That's why the topic when comes, we will discuss particular definitions. Right? Okay. Now, what is stability is, power system stability is, it is a property of synchronous generator in order to deliver maximum power or minimum power, maximum power to the load point by maintaining synchronization with externally connected transmission lines. By maintaining synchronization with externally connected transmission lines is known as stability. Is known as stability. One more thing, alternator is a rotating device, it is having speed, whereas transmission line is steady state device, it is not having speed. But both are related as a synchronism. What is the meaning of synchronism? Both are working at same speed. How to tell both are working at same speed? Angle of alternator is in between stator and rotor flux is delta. When this angle is constant, the speed between the stator speed and rotor speed also synchronism. Definitely, angle at the alternator is delta, sending end voltage Vs at an angle delta. What is the meaning of these two? When angle at the alternator is same, when angle at the sending end is same, means both are working under synchronism. Definitely, alternator is delivering maximum real power to the load point by the help of transmission lines. Therefore, system is more stable. Can I say stability definition is, it is the property of synchronous generator in order to deliver maximum power to the load point by maintaining synchronization with externally connected transmission lines. Externally connected transmission lines is stability. Property of synchronous generator in order to deliver maximum real power to the load point by maintaining synchronization with externally connected transmission lines is known as stability. Okay. See, transformer is not at all creating any problem to alternator. The problem is creating by transmission line. Therefore, mainly the characteristics of alternator is influenced by transmission line when compared to transformer. Already in transmission line also explained. Transformer is not at all influencing alternator, as transmission line is influencing alternator. Therefore, ignore the transformer. Connect alternator to transmission line. Connect alternator to transmission line. What is voltage? E. Angle delta. Voltage at this point Vs. Angle delta. Current Is. Voltage at this point Vr. Angle 0. Current IR. Current IR. I hope. Are you understanding my points? Right. Let me concentrate right now. Can I erase these points? The diagram is simplified like this. The diagram is simplified like this. Reason alternators is influencing by only transmission line, no transformers. Let me explain right now. See, input to the alternator is mechanical power, is PS. Output of the system is electrical power. Input of the system is mechanical power, output of the system is electrical power. Under ideal case, electrical power is same as mechanical power. Under ideal case, electrical power is same as mechanical power. Whenever electrical power, that means output power is same as input power, power loss P becoming, power loss represented by P becoming input power minus output power. Input is mechanical, output is electrical. Difference between those two is 0. Reason electrical is same as mechanical. When power loss is 0, speed of the machine is synchronous speed. Speed of the machine is synchronous speed. When his speed is synchronous speed, Ns is equal to what is the formula? 120 F by P. See, when 120 is fixed, poles are fixed. When speed is fixed, frequency also fixed. When frequency is fixed, the angle between stator flux and rotor flux also fixed. Therefore, above system is working under steady state with a load angle delta. Above system is working under steady state with load angle delta. Once again, discussion will be starts like this. Under ideal condition, electrical output is same as mechanical input. Power loss becomes zero. When power loss is zero, system is running by synchronous or asynchronous? Synchronous. When speed is synchronous, for a poles and 120 constant, frequency also constant. When frequency is constant, the rotor angle delta in between stator and rotor flux also constant. Therefore, synchronous generator is running under steady state or transient state? Steady state. Therefore, ideal case, alternator is maintaining stability with a load angle delta. With a load angle delta. This is the ideal case. Come to practical case. We know that most of the time generating plants are located in the remote place or city areas. Remote places. As generating plant is located in remote places, city center is the load center. From remote place to load center, power is transmitted by the transmission lines. At the load, previously electrical output is same as mechanical output. Ideal case we are thinking. Right now practical case, change of load will be takes place. The change of load will be like this. One is small and gradual variation of load. Second one is sudden and large variation of load. See, in our home, a fuse is blown or short circuit is occurred. Only in our home short circuit is occurred. That becomes small variation of load or large variation of load. Small variation of load. As there is no power in the home, becomes short circuit in our home, the entire power plant will not get disturbed. By that the mechanical input remains same or varies? Remains same. Once again, small disturbance occurred in the home. Due to occurrence of disturbance in the home, the remaining homes will not get disturbed surrounding to our home, as well as there is no changes in mechanical input in the power plant, as the input still same, but suddenly due to occurrence of small changes, electrical output is reducing or increasing? Reducing. Due to small variations in electrical output, there is a small variations in rotor axis. Due to small variations in rotor axis, small variations load angle delta. When small variations in load angle delta, there is a small variations in speed and there is a small variations in frequency. This small variation speed, this small variation frequency is neglected. Therefore, it is called as steady state stability. What stability is called as? Steady state stability limit. SSL. What is SSL? Steady state stability limit. Once again, when synchronous machine is losing stability means due to change of load. Change of load is how many ways? Two ways. One is small and gradual variation of load. Second one is sudden and large variation of load. Due to small changes in load, there is no sudden change in mechanical input. Small variation, reason whenever small variations will be there, electrical output is reducing or increasing slightly, but mechanical input remains same. Therefore, the difference of power is coming. When difference of power is coming, variation of rotor angle is small. When variation of rotor angle is small, variation speed also very small. Variation frequency also very small. That variations will be neglected. That stability is called as steady state stability. Now tell me, small and gradual variation of load is dealing with steady state stability or transient stability? Steady state stability. In steady state stability, variation of load angle delta is negligible. Therefore, it can be analyzed by using static model or dynamic model. Dynamic model means swinging. Right now it is not swinging. Therefore, it is definitely represented by static model. Right? Next, sudden and large variation of load will occur. Any short circuit fault occurred in transmission line. Due to occurrence of short circuit fault in transmission line, definitely transmission line is losing the synchronism with alternator. By that, variation of load is large value. When variation of load is large value, there is no changes in mechanical input. Whenever there is no changes in mechanical input, variation in rotor axis also large value. Variation load angle delta also large value. Variation speed also large value. Variation frequency also large value. Therefore, it is dealing as transient stability. And it can be analyzed by a dynamic model or static model. Dynamic model, that is swinging model. We will discuss in depth. Are you listening? Once again, very briefly I will explain. Ideal case, electrical, mechanical same. Power loss 0. Speed synchronous. Frequency constant. Therefore, alternator in steady state. That means it is maintaining stability. Now change of load will be occur. The change of load will be how many ways? Two ways. One is small and gradual, other is sudden and large. Due to small variation, there is no change in mechanical input. Therefore, small variation in rotor axis. That is, that small variations will be negligible, dealing with steady state stability. Due to occurrence of sudden short circuit fault, definitely variations in rotor angle is large. Load angle delta also large. Variation speed large. Variation frequency large. It is dealing with transient stability. Now tell me, my dear, small and gradual variation of load is more common or sudden and large variation of load is more common? Small and gradual variation of load is more common, but less severe. It is not affecting the system, but every day it is occurring. Sudden and large variation of load is less common. Every day is occurring, power system gone. Therefore, this type of faults are very rare, but most severe. Small and gradual variation of load is more common, but less severe, means less danger. Sudden and large variation of load is less common, but most severe. It is dealing with steady state stability. It is dealing with transient stability. I hope all of you understand all my points, right? Now, synchronous machine is losing the stability when there is a variations at the load point. The variations will be either small and gradual variation or sudden and large variation. Now, before going to discuss about all these things, right now I have to start ideal case. Right now I have to start ideal case. Ideal case is alternator is directly connected to load. This is ideal case. Tell me, practically in our home, directly alternator is connected to our home? No. Only ideal case, just for assumption. Alternator is generating voltage E, angle delta. Already explained in basics, alternator is star with reactance grounded. We will discuss in fault analysis. Alternator is star with reactance grounded. Voltage at the load point is V at an angle 0. Voltage at the load point is V at an angle 0. Current delivered by the source is I per unit. Current delivered by the source is I per unit. Why alternator angle is delta, why load angle is 0 means, reason alternator is always supplying power to load, but load is not supplying power to alternator. When alternator is supplying power, definitely this angle is leading when compared to load angle. Already this angle is positive. For that, what is the angle I have to take at the load? 0. That is the meaning, right? Tell me, simulation diagram for alternator is impedance of alternator. What is impedance? Z equal to R plus Jx. Impedance is R plus Jx. Now R is very less than Jx. R is very less than Jx. Therefore, Z is equal to what? Jx. Z is equal to Jx. Now, what is the simulation diagram of alternator? Alternator is replaced by reactance in series with source. Alternator is a source but not a load. How source will be represented in network analysis? A source in series with resistance, but in power system not resistance, it will be reactance. Reason, power system is dominant with reactance but not resistance, right? Reason, large windings. Therefore, the voltage of alternator is E at an angle delta. Current delivered by the alternator is I per unit. Reactance is Jx. Reactance is Jx. Voltage at the load point is V at an angle 0. Voltage at the load point is V at an angle 0. Now, we have to calculate total power at the load point. Total power formula is S is equal to V into I conjugate. What is conjugate is cos theta plus j sin theta. In place of conjugate, what I can write? Cos theta plus j sin theta. What is VI cos theta? Real power. Plus j VI sin theta is reactive power. Therefore, conjugate, in place of conjugate, what is V? Voltage at an angle 0. Current. What is current? Potential difference. What is the potential difference of the network? E at an angle delta minus V at an angle 0 divided by Jx. What is J? Potential difference is E at an angle delta minus V at an angle 0 by J. J means what? Angle 90. X is X, J means 90 degrees conjugate. That is the potential difference by impedance. Therefore, S equal to V at an angle 0, E by X angle, these two are dividing, angle is delta minus 90 minus V by X, 0 by 90 which is minus 90. In control system already you studied, two angles are subtracting, two angles are dividing, definitely it is my subtraction. Therefore, S equal to V at an angle 0, E by X, by removing conjugate angle becomes reverse, 90 minus delta minus V by X, angle is 90, minus 90 becomes plus 90, becomes by removing conjugate. Now S equal to E V by X, angle 90 minus delta, EV by X by angle 90 minus delta, V into V, V square by X, angle 90. This is the total power. We required real power. What is real power? P is equal to EV by X cos 90 minus delta minus V square by X cos 90. What is cos 90? 0. Therefore, real power P is equal to EV by X sin delta. It is real power. What is reactive power? EV by X sin 90 minus delta minus V square by X sin 90. Therefore, Q is equal to EV by X. Sin 90 minus delta is cos delta minus V square by X. Based on these formulas, lot of questions in GATE exam. Based on this formula, lot of questions in GATE exam. Right?